Imagine for a moment that the most powerful healing pharmacy on the entire planet is not a sterile building with fluorescent lights, but is located right inside your own kitchen. We are investigating remedies so effective that ancient soldiers relied on them on the most chaotic battlefields for their very survival. These substances were passed down through dozens of generations, long before modern science even identified the existence of a single germ. Modern research is now quietly confirming exactly what our ancestors knew by pure instinct regarding the medicinal power of the earth. These remedies worked effectively thousands of years ago, and they are even more relevant today in our world saturated with synthetic chemicals. The number 13 on this comprehensive list was considered so rare in biblical times that powerful kings traded it as a form of global currency. Nutritionists now categorize this specific substance as one of the most nutrient-dense and bioavailable foods ever studied by modern man. Pay close attention to number 20, which was celebrated as a literal gift from the divine in the most respected ancient scriptures. Modern oncologists have been left absolutely stunned by its aggressive and targeted effects on the cellular survival mechanisms of cancer cells. These 20 superfoods possess the unique capacity to transform your long-term vitality and protect your health at a deep cellular level. We begin our journey with extra virgin olive oil, which is the undisputed liquid gold of the ancient world for both nutrition and medicine. It serves simultaneously as a primary food source, a reliable fuel, a potent medicine, and a sacred substance for ceremonial anointings. Olive oil appears in ancient texts over 140 times as a universal symbol of physical restoration and divine blessing. The Mediterranean diet rests entirely upon this high-quality oil as its primary source of healthy monounsaturated fats for the heart. Clinical trials confirm its direct link to significantly reduced rates of cardiovascular disease and the prevention of cognitive decline in the elderly. It contains a unique compound called oleocanthal, which is a polyphenol that functions almost identically to ibuprofen within the human body. The second treasure is raw honey, which remains one of the most powerful natural antimicrobial agents ever studied by modern laboratory science. It can effectively neutralize antibiotic-resistant bacteria like MRSA by producing hydrogen peroxide upon contact with living human tissue. Raw honey maintains an exceptionally low pH level that is inherently hostile to the survival of almost all known human pathogens. It is absolutely critical to use honey in its raw state because heating this substance destroys its delicate medicinal enzymes. The moment you heat honey past 40 degrees Celsius, you begin an irreversible process of destroying the defensin proteins that provide its power. The third powerhouse is the humble fig, which was used in antiquity as a medicinal plaster to heal deadly and deep skin infections. Science has recently identified phycin as a proteolytic enzyme that aggressively breaks down dead tissue while accelerating the growth of new cells. Figs are incredibly rich in soluble fibers like pectin, which directly feed the beneficial bacteria residing in your complex gut microbiome. They constitute one of the most mineral-dense fruits you can integrate into your daily diet for improved digestion and sustained energy levels. At number 4, we find dates, which were the original high-energy survival bars for ancient soldiers and weary desert travelers. Dates provide a dense source of magnesium and potassium while maintaining a surprisingly stable glycemic impact compared to refined white sugars. Clinical research has demonstrated that women who consume dates in the final weeks of pregnancy experience significantly smoother and faster deliveries. This proves that the ancient reverence for the date palm was rooted in a profound physiological reality rather than mere cultural superstition. The pomegranate is our 5th superfood, and it was so highly regarded that it was embroidered onto the sacred garments of ancient priests. Its unique punicalagin content is identified by modern science as one of the most potent anti-inflammatory compounds found anywhere in nature. Pomegranate juice has been proven in controlled studies to reduce arterial blood pressure and lower the oxidation of dangerous LDL cholesterol. The number 6 brings us to lentils, which are an exceptional plant-based source of protein and highly bioavailable iron for the blood. They provide the sustained energy and rapid muscle repair that the most demanding physical labor requires for human survival. We then turn to barley, which is a humble grain used to feed multitudes for millennia and remains a nutritional giant today. Barley contains the highest concentration of beta-glucan fiber of any grain on Earth, which is vital for heart and metabolic health. This substance is so effective at stabilizing blood sugar levels that international health bodies officially recognize its medicinal benefits. It is vital to distinguish modern industrial wheat from ancient grains like einkorn or emmer, which were mentioned in the oldest texts. These ancestral varieties possess a much simpler chromosome structure and a type of gluten that is often better tolerated by the body. Grapes and the wine produced from them provide a powerful dose of resveratrol, which is a polyphenol essential for cellular repair. This compound activates sirtuin proteins associated with extended human longevity in hundreds of different peer-reviewed aging studies. At number 11, we see that fish was the primary protein source for ancient coastal populations for thousands of years. It brings essential omega-3 fatty acids like EPA and DHA, which are absolutely critical for brain health and cardiovascular protection. Goat's milk follows at number 12 and represents a foundational food of the ancient world that modern science is now re-evaluating. It contains smaller fat globules and A2 casein proteins that the human digestive system handles much more gently than industrial cow's milk. The number 13 is hyssop, which is a plant used since antiquity for the most important and deep purification rituals. Researchers have discovered that it contains carvacrol and thymol, which are natural antimicrobial agents of extraordinary strength and purity. Hyssop is capable of clearing heavy mucus from the lungs and disinfecting deep wounds with a level of scientific precision. Cumin is a spice so valued in human history that it was used to pay religious tithes and was traded as a commodity. Modern research confirms that cumin improves insulin sensitivity and stimulates the production of vital bile for efficient fat digestion. Coriander seed is being studied today for its ability to help the human body detoxify heavy metals like mercury and lead. It also offers powerful anti-anxiety effects that rival certain pharmaceutical treatments in various preliminary animal models and trials. Ancient populations mourned the loss of garlic for a very good reason, because its allicin content is a literal shield against viruses. Clinical trials show that raw garlic can reduce the severity of common viral infections by over 60% when consumed regularly. The onion is the undisputed king of prebiotics in the ancient kitchen and provides high concentrations of the polyphenol quercetin. This compound acts as a natural antihistamine while feeding the specific gut bacteria responsible for maintaining a robust immune system. Almonds are a nutritional masterpiece because they protect your delicate cell membranes from severe oxidative damage caused by modern stress. They provide high doses of vitamin E and magnesium to support over 300 different enzymatic reactions within your biological system. Pistachios were a luxury gift in ancient times, and they are exceptionally rich in lutein and zeaxanthin for long-term eye health. They increase the diversity of the gut microbiome more effectively than almost any other nut ever tested in a modern clinical setting. Finally, we reach number 20 with the carob or locust bean, which is an extraordinary survival food from the arid desert. It contains 50% natural sugars and 40% dietary fiber, which provides a slow-burning energy source for the body. Carob acts as a powerful gut regulator capable of stabilizing the digestive system during periods of extreme nutritional crisis or illness. These 20 foods are not mere cultural relics, but are legitimate and scientifically validated tools of healing for the modern world. They work in perfect harmony with the biological systems of your body to promote a life of thriving health and vitality. I encourage you to apply this ancient knowledge today by searching for the purest and most raw versions of these substances. The difference between a refined supermarket product and a truly raw, cold-pressed substance is the difference between empty calories and medicine. You must stop following temporary health trends and start building a solid foundation based on thousands of years of human observation. Ensure that your family is protected by the wisdom of the earth and the most rigorous modern scientific validation available today. We will continue to explore these hidden truths to ensure that the power of healing remains firmly in your own hands. It is time to move away from the dependency on processed foods and rediscover the immense gifts that nature offers us. Your body possesses an incredible intelligence that only asks to be supported by the appropriate nutrients from the soil. True health begins with conscious choices and a deep understanding of the history of the food we place on our plates. Join this movement of returning to our roots to transform your life and the lives of those you love in a sustainable way. Every small change counts, and the integration of these superfoods is the first step toward achieving real physical autonomy. Learn to listen to your organism and provide it with the remedies that our ancestors used with such great success. Science and tradition are finally meeting to offer us a clear and bright path toward total and lasting well-being. Share this information with those you care about, because knowledge is the first and most important remedy against any disease. Let us cultivate this ancient wisdom together for a healthier and more resilient future in the face of modern challenges. Take care of yourself by honoring the laws of nature and the nutritional secrets that history has left for us to find. The adventure of true healing is just beginning, and every food on this list is a vital key to your future. Stay curious and continue to seek the truth behind the labels to become the active protagonist of your own health.